Reverend Enoch Underwood. Closely associated with the Baptist activities during these early years was a young man named Enoch Underwood, whose father's farm was in the northern part of Hart's Mills. The farm's location is in the area in green, within the pink square. A very earnest Christian, Enoch became a well-known advocate of the abolition of slavery and a champion of the cause of temperance. In 1842, the year Harriet married Enoch Underwood, her mother and stepfather, Lucinda and Samuel Dougherty, hid Carolyn Corliss for several weeks on their farm in Pewaukee. Carolyn had fled slavery in St. Louis and was the first person conducted by the Underground Railroad through southeastern Wisconsin to freedom in Canada. Harriet and Enoch also kept a station of the Underground Railroad in their house in Wauwatosa to shelter fugitive slaves. Full of zeal, he decided to enter the ministry. He had been active in the Brookfield and Greenfield Baptist Church. In September 1849, we checked with him to see if he could preach to the Greenfield Church on a half-time basis. The answer must have been no. 2 months later, he requested our church send representatives to the Pewaukee Church for his ordination. On December 9th, 1849, we dispatched as delegates Brothers Cornwall, Strong, Sheldon, and Marlett to meet at the Brookfield Church for the ordination of Elder Enoch Underwood. He started working full-time at the Wauwatosa Church. After Reverend Clack departed in 1850, Underwood became our pastor. For 23 years he served both our church and the Wauwatosa Church, a remarkable span. His tenure in Wauwatosa lasted 38 years. His son gave this painting to our church. It is in the history room. I do not have any details, but the official record says that in 1852, the people voted to dissolve. And in 1864, they must have decided to take a do-over and voted to rescind the dissolution of the previous years. There are no entries in the clerk's book between these dates. I assume the 20 or so members continued to worship together and or worshipped in other Honey Creek churches, and or, the most probable, they went to the First Baptist Church of Wauwatosa, which had a building starting in 1853. In 1872, Underwood felt his health was failing. In 1873, he resigned as our pastor, but continued in Wauwatosa for another 14 years. By the way, I attended 3rd through 8th grades at this Wauwatosa school. 2 of my grandchildren attended there, as have other children from members of our church. Note the name, Underwood, and that the school was founded in 1852. That early school was a small one at the red circle in the current Mayfair Road and Watertown Plank Road intersection. Later, a new school was built in its current location in blue at 11132 Potter Road. Next, we will discuss getting a building of our own.